Okay, good morning. So we're here in the coffee towers, and if you notice, the beans are already red, so they'll be ready for picking. And we're gonna pick them today, um, and we're gonna do a dry process. So we're gonna dry it in the sun, take the pulp off, and then roast it ourselves. Okay. So thank you for being and joining me here. This is something that my coffee experience in the morning is always present. So I want to share this experience with you because this is something you can also do anywhere in your rooftop, in your backyard, you know, um, in your balcony even. You can have this. So if you notice over here, we are still flowering. Okay, so we're gonna have some more beans here, and hopefully I'll be able, with whatever flowers that are coming out, they'll form into beans. I'll harvest them, and together with this one I should be able to at least have something to drink for myself. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna be picking the red cherries now. Okay. So coffee experts will tell you one of the biggest challenges in harvesting coffee is it's very labor intensive. So in many plantations all over the world, they usually do it what we would describe here as a Pacquiao system. So they would be given like a container, and the workers will be paid based on that amount of how many containers they'll be able to harvest. So the more containers you harvest, the more money you get. Now, what's the problem with that? What happens when you pay per container and you're working with very large plantations of coffee? The tendency is to strip them like this. So we're gonna rip them from the top so you can get a good bunch. Okay, so in large plantations, when they're getting a Pacquiao system to harvest the beans, they would strip the beans like this. And when you do that, you will be harvesting cherries that are not ripe yet, no? So some of them would be green. So the quality will be very much affected. So the best coffee has to be handpicked like this. So this is really a big chunk of what you're paying for, because it's very labor intensive, especially for the for those coffee beans that are priced for their flavor. All these arabicas that are from Kilimanjaro, the Blue Mountain type coffee, they have to be harvested individually like this. So when you strip it this way, what happens? Okay, so you don't you not only is you will be harvesting the green coffee cherries that are not ripe yet. Okay, so that would very much affect the flavor. Second is you will create some wounds here. Okay, so when the coffee is not yet ripe, it sticks very much to the stem. So you will be creating a lot of wounds that can be an entry for fungus. Okay, so then you will have what they would call a dieback problem. So maybe you'll have some wounds here, and fungus will slowly creep in there. This stem will rot and eventually it can have the potential to kill the whole plant. Okay, so there you go, first harvest. Yeah, so we don't have much this time, but I think this should be able to fill up my cup. Yeah, we will wait for the flowers here. So we have some flowers here, so you have flowers here, and then we're also have flowers on that other side. Yeah, okay, so I still have this branch and this branch, but this is a very young tree. This is the first year of flowering, so give it another 2 years. I should be able to get quite a bit from just one tree alone, right? So first year, look at this, it's still very young, but the tower is very much taking care of it well, right?